brain, my heart, sports talk with Mike. It's a fun day, it's a Sunday, and it's beautiful and fantastic today. Today's episode, I'm going to be going through 3 players in Major League Baseball and in the National Hockey League, players who I believe need a change of scenery, whether it be they're having down years the last couple of years, problems with management where they're not seeing eye to eye. This change would actually just kind of light a fire under their arses and get them going, playing better. Even if they're playing good, I want them to be playing great, and this change would do so. So we're going to start off with Giancarlo Stanton of the Miami Marlins, formerly known as Mike Stanton. Now this guy, power. He's just insane. Consistently just humongous, and it's going to make you shit yourself in awe when you see one of his home runs. His batting average is consistently getting better. I love it. Went around 256 to 265 and up to 291. So that's definitely it shows that he's got potential to hit over 300 just by making those jumps each year. More experience is going to get better with that. RBIs are a little bit on the low side. Only because it's the Miami Marlins. A lot of players injured, especially last year. They didn't have anyone the year before that even wanted to play there. He's a great player. He would benefit with the change just because of the fire sale. Everyone was shipped to the Blue Jays. Heath was traded off to the Diamondbacks. So really, he's the only player there that's a star. They have some budding prospects, especially that came over from Toronto. But for himself, he's so young that he can't just carry the team. So he needs a change, and that's what I'm hoping that someone would give him. Now, the teams that I think all teams would want him, but the teams I think he'd really thrive in, one would be the Boston Red Sox. He'd be they're like a perfect outfielder for them. Next up, I got the Texas Rangers. They lost Josh Hamilton, so put Stanton in there. Working with Nelson Cruz and Murphy. That's a great outfield out there. A lot of numbers that be putting up. And last, I'd say San Francisco. Now we know it's not a home run park, but you see that he's hitting over 450 yards per home run. So put him at AT&T Park. I think he's still going to be putting up the consistent over 30 home runs, and he'd be a great addition to San Francisco, obviously. Moving on to my next player, actually Marc-andre of the Los Angeles Angels. Now, the reason why I would want to see him moved, and a lot of people might disagree, because when you have Trumbo, Mike Trout, and Josh Hamilton as your outfield, he's on the third. You go Trout, Hamilton, Trumbo. But he has the makings of a star. His home runs are he's gotten 29 over 30 home runs last 2 seasons. He's got good runs batted in, and average that's climbing up the ladder. He has more strikeouts than I'd like to see, but again, he's young, so with more experience comes more patience, and then Marc-andre, those strikeouts will turn into walks. So taking Trumbo out of LA would be good for him, because you put him on another team, he can fully blossom, and I believe having him in that lineup with the Angels, with Albert Pujols and Hamilton and Trout, he's going to be that gem. Everyone knows he's good, but he can be great given the right circumstance. So for Trumbo, I would put him on the Tampa Bay Rays because he has a nice glove. It would fit him perfectly with the defensive skills. He's versatile. He can play first, third, left, or right field. Philadelphia Phillies, they're kind of they're getting up there in age with most of the players, so grabbing him as a young, talented outfielder would show their fans that they're committed to winning. I know like every team says they're committed, but they need to make the correct moves to do so. And last, I have the Chicago Cubs. that's a young team that I think is just ready to make the next step. They're not making the playoffs this year, but I can think just by looking at their young talent, next year they can make the playoffs, and Mark Trumbo in the outfield would definitely help them do so. The last player I would have is a pitcher, and it's going to kill me to say this. It's Tim Lincecum of the San Francisco Giants. Everyone knows what that freak is. He's got 2 Cy Young Awards, 2 World Series rings. He piled up a 49-win, 22-loss record in 3 seasons. He's almost at 1,400 strikeouts in his career. The all-star team. He's just, I can't say enough about Tim Lincecum. He's amazing. The last 2 years has been a struggle for him, especially his command, hitting the strike zone, his walks. He's getting strikeouts still, but he's getting more walks than ever. His record last 2 years, it's around 23 wins and 29 losses. This past season, his ERA was almost 6. As a career, it's about 3.31, and it'd be closer to 3.15 had it not been for this past season. To move him, if I was him, I'd want to be moved just for that change. I know you just come off a World Series victory, but you're 4th on the depth chart. Matt Cain is the starting pitcher. Then you got Madison Bumgarner, the lefty, and then Ryan Vogelsong, the well-traveled Ryan Vogelsong, sitting at 3rd. So you got Tim Lincecum, a 2-time Cy Young Award winner over the last 6 seasons, sitting at the 4th spot. He needs that change, and I think San Francisco is going to give him that change. It's going to be an unrestricted free agent after this season, and I don't want to say it, but he won't be back with San Francisco. There's just no way I can see that happening unless he took a pay cut. The teams that I would put him on, I would do a Barry Zito, but flip it. So from San Francisco to the Oakland Athletics. It's a young pitching staff over there, and he would be a veteran presence that could install some wisdom over there, and you get the Battle of the Bay. That'd be perfect. The second destination, Atlanta Braves. When they played Atlanta in the playoffs, he was just sweet. He was superb, and I think I can see him fit in nicely, kind of taking that the role of just doing what you need to get it. I don't think he'd be putting up any more numbers that he used to, but it'd be perfect there at Turner Field. I believe they still play at Turner Field. I could be wrong. And the last place would be, he's from Washington, D.C., so send him over to the Nationals with Steven Strasburg. That 1-2, I think that'd be a 1-2 combo. I know they got Gio Gonzalez over there already, but I can see him wanting to go to Washington. I mean, everyone wants to play in the front of their hometown crowd. So there you have it. Also, Vernon Wells, just anywhere is really for Vernon Wells. So there you go. We got Stanton, Trumbo, and Lincecum from MLB. Moving on to the NHL, I got Marc-Andre Fleury of the Pittsburgh Penguins. He was drafted 1st overall from the Cape Breton Screaming Eagles by the Penguins. Now, when you're the Penguins and you got the stars like Crosby and Malkin, it makes it easier for the goaltenders. Now, Fleury's put up some pretty decent numbers with his save percentage and goals against average. But a lot of the times, it's not anywhere where it needs to be. I know he's been an all-star. He won a gold medal as a 3rd-string goaltender for Team Canada, but he was selected by Team Canada to be that 3rd string. So right there is a privilege. And on it means he's doing something right. But the last 3 years, dramatically, it's been a struggle for him since they won the Stanley Cup. During the Stanley Cup run, his numbers actually weren't great at all. They were just there were numbers there that you would expect an average goaltender to put up, not a Stanley Cup champion. He actually did better when they lost the Stanley Cup to when they lost in the finals to Detroit Red Wings. He put up a 1.65 goals against average, about a 940 goal save percentage. But since then it's been a drop for him. When he's bad, he's the worst goaltender I've ever seen. I mean, you've seen the series last playoffs against Philadelphia. It looked like a house league going on. It was ridiculous, and I couldn't believe that they kept him after that in the first place. So he just needs that change, because when he has a bad game against a team, I've just noticed a path for him. Is that one bad game against Philadelphia, every other game against Philadelphia is going to be bad, and you can't have that as a goaltender. He just kind of he needs that change. He needs a change of scenery, and first place I would put him is in New Jersey. Marc-andre, he's going to be retiring soon. Brodeur probably would go back 1 year. If Fleury was the starting goaltender, Brodeur take a little bit of a back seat. Probably not, it's Brodeur. But Marc-andre Fleury, New Jersey, they're going to need a starting goaltender. They like their French guys, the French Canadians. So put Fleury there, New Jersey. Second, I'm actually going to put him in Edmonton. Devin Dubnyk. He's a goaltender, but on a more of a backup goaltender, the way I look at it. I mean, this year he's doing pretty well, but Fleury would be a nice addition to a team full of first overall draft picks. He'd be a great guy to have up there in Edmonton. Last place, why not put him in Philadelphia? If maybe the whole change of him, maybe he'd be Stonewall in Pittsburgh. Maybe he turns into an MVP playing for Philadelphia. Maybe his kryptonite is Philadelphia, but when you put him with Philadelphia, he turns into gold. You know anything that could happen? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh no, not going to Philadelphia. That's kind of a little fun that I would like to see. Second would be Paul Stastny of the Colorado Avalanche. His first season, his rookie season, he put up 78 points. Second to only Evgeny Malkin of the Pittsburgh Penguins. Since then, he's had 3 70-point seasons. He's scored over 20 goals about 5 or 6 times there. But the last 2 seasons, it's been a downfall for him. About 56 points and then 53 points, and he's got about 16 points there in 24 games this season. But especially with Matt Duchene and Ryan O'Reilly after that big contract, he looks like the odd man out. And he's been floating in the trade rumors for the last 3 years anyway. So that's going to bother anyone. So time to give him just a fresh start. And that's a guy there that I would like. I would like to see him have that nice fresh start, like I said. First place would be the Maple Leafs. I know you always probably hear his name going to Toronto in some capacity. And I think it's time to get it done. I think having him in Toronto I think he'd work well, especially with Nazem Kadri. I think actually that'd be a perfect combination there. Second place, I'd send him to Washington. When you hear my third guy, you'll understand why that'd be a guy-for-guy swap there, player for player, 1-on-1. I think he'd actually fit in pretty nicely there for the Capitals. And the third place, New Jersey, where his father, Peter Stastny, played there. And just kind of following his father's footsteps and put Paul there and over there for the Devils. I think he pull out some tricks there, and that just kind of start his career back up. Last guy, Mike Green of the Washington Capitals. He's led the defenseman in scoring there for 2 seasons. Now both seasons he didn't win the Norris Trophy, which I could not believe. First season he put up 76 points, over 30 goals, had a plus 24, plus 25. But he lost to Zdeno Chara. He had of the Boston Bruins. Green had about 25 more points than Chara, better plus minus. But they looked at it as Green didn't have a defensive role because Washington was score first, score second, maybe we'll play some defense. So that's why he had a high plus minus. And so that's why they gave it to Chara. Next season, he scored 76 points. Plus minus was second in the league, only to Jeff Schultz, of his teammate of the Washington Capitals. But he lost to Duncan Keith of the Chicago Blackhawks, who put up pretty good numbers himself. About 60, 66 or 69 points to Green 76. And his plus minus, Green was actually about plus 13 better than him. But they looked at Duncan Keith and kind of as a leadership. And then again, they looked at Green as he's kind of he lacked on the defensive side of the puck, and that kind of harmed him. So he got injured right after that season, and since then it's been a struggle. It's been a climb for him to get back to where he really needs to be. So he needs that change. There's 3 destinations I can see him. I can actually see him playing for Ottawa over there in Ontario. I can just kind of see him playing with a Chris Phillips, kind of stay-at-home defenseman who can give Green confidence. Second place, the Detroit Red Wings. They're short on defensemen, and he would give them an offensive side because he still has a great high hockey IQ to get him goals. In the third place, Colorado. I'd trade Paul Stastny for Mike Green in an instant. That'd be perfect for both players. New environment, new coaches, new teammates. That just now all these players, if they were to make a change, it's possible they could end up sucking. I don't see that happening. All 6 players from the MLB and National Hockey League would benefit from a change, and would all actually see their numbers rise and their confidence get it back to the level that it was, or keep it going. So there you have it. That is amazing stuff that I brought you. So I hope you enjoyed episode 7 of My Brain, My Heart Sports Talk with Mike. Go Canada, go!